In India, we see a concerning increase in anti-conversion laws, hate speech, demolitions of homes and places of worship for members of minority faith communities. Here in the United States, reports of hate crimes and other incidents targeting both Muslims and Jews have gone up dramatically. The Department's report tracks these kinds of threats to religious freedom in almost 200 countries. For example, blasphemy laws in Pakistan help foster a climate of intolerance and hatred that can lead to vigilantism and mob violence. In Hungary, officials continue to use anti-Semitic tropes and anti-Muslim rhetoric, and they penalize members of religious groups who criticize the government. 9 other European nations have laws that effectively ban some forms of religious clothing in public spaces. In India, we see a concerning increase in anti-conversion laws, hate speech, demolitions of homes and places of worship for members of minority faith communities. At the same time, people around the world are also working hard to protect religious freedom.
Good evening. Welcome to Q5. You just saw a video of Antony Blinken, Secretary of State of the United States of America, where he assumes that hate crimes against the religious minorities of India have increased. This being said, when 43,000 people died in open firing in the US in the year 2023 alone, US being the sole country which destroyed Islamic countries like Syria, Libya, Kuwait, etc., is preaching the largest democracy of the world, where the most exhaustive yet fair general elections have just concluded, and a democratically elected government have been formed. Since many years, US, along with their agencies like CIA and government-affiliated news agencies like Washington Post and New York Times, have tried to set a narrative that all is not well in India. Same goes with other Western countries who have left-leaning governments. Their sole purpose is to fuel these agendas to destabilize the democratically elected government and create a puppet government instead who dances to the tune. This is just an agenda-driven argument, and the viewers will come to know.
नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। मैं असदुद्दीन ओवैसी, जिसे लोकसभा का रुकन मुंतखब किया गया है, अल्लाह के नाम से हल्फ उठाता हूँ कि मैं भारत के आइन पर जो क़ानून के मुजब तय पाया है एतक़ाद रखूँगा, उसका वफ़ादार रहूँगा। मैं भारत के इक़्तिदार आला और सालिमियत को बरक़रार रखूँगा और जिस ओहदे को मैं संभालने वाला हूँ इसके फ़राइज़ और वफ़ादारी से अंजाम दूँगा। जय भीम, जय मीम, जय तेलंगाना, जय फ़लस्तीन, तकबीर, अल्लाहु अकबर।
In this video, Asaduddin Owaisi, a member of a minority community, takes oath as an MP in the parliament. During his speech on the Constitution of India, he hailed Palestine by saying Jai Palestine. None of the 542 members of the parliament heckled him, nor was any action taken against him. He is attending parliament as per schedule. Yet, the so-called developed countries of the world like US and other Western countries think hate crimes against the minorities have increased in India. In the budget, the West Bengal government set aside 5,500 crores just for madrasa education. The previous government of Telangana promised an IT park specially for the minority community. The Waqf Board, being the third largest landowners in India, can claim ownership to any property of India and no one can dispute. The temples are the only places to be taxed in India. Yet, as per the Western countries, hate crimes against minorities have increased. There were lynching of Palghar sadhus, no Western media covered it. Engineering student in Bhopal, Mukesh Tiwari in Baikuntpur, Ayush in Agar, Ankit Jha in Sitamarhi, Umesh Kole in Amravati, and Kanhaiya Lal in Udaipur. All were murdered just for setting up a WhatsApp status in support of Nupur Sharma. No Western media ever covered that. Many Hindus were murdered in anti-CAA riots, fueled by spreading misinformation that the citizenship of minority communities will be dissolved. No Western media covered it, and no hate crime was reported. For the West, people who want to break India are held as heroes. They project them as crusaders of justice. They, along with the so-called Indian journalists and YouTubers, fuel and run fake agenda with the sole intention to tarnish the image of India and throw the elected government of India. Reports have come out that millions of dollars have been spent to manipulate the general elections, which just concluded in India. But US, George Soros and likes of them failed miserably in their attempt. This being said, a befitting reply was given by MEA spokesperson to the statement of Antony Blinken. This was all for the day. Thank you so much. Keep watching QVive Network.